There he is.
Hello,
Can you hear
hello.
us, Chris? How are you, man?
I can.
Great. Oh, how cute. Look at that. Perfect. That's Dodger?
That's Dodger.
Okay, just so you know, and maybe you'll see this video later, but Dodger, Chris Evans's dog, is laying on Chris Evans's lap, completely on dog back, paws like sort
Curled
of
up.
curled up. And now stretching. Okay, this
So
is cute.
cute.
I need to
cannot.
narrate all of this.
And that couch looks so comfortable, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a dangerous couch.
Chris Evans joining us right now. Good to see you, buddy. So much happening here.
Likewise, man.
I just want to warn you, we have an overzealous, is that a bad term? We have an excited, enthusiastic engineer named Easton who could run your fan club. And he might pitch you an idea in a second.
Great.
Just go with it. and that's the kind of enthusiasm, we have for it. Now there's a reason that I can't even play. There's a reason you're laying there with your dog.
I know, it's
what kind of dog is that, Chris?
He's a mutt. He's a rescue. I was doing a movie in 2015 in Savannah, and one of the scenes was at a shelter, and there were all these dogs up for adoption, and I was like, "Am I gonna adopt a dog today?" And I was just walking up and down the aisles, and I just rounded the corner and saw him, and I was just like, "Man, that's just so striking." He just didn't belong there, and came home with me.
It's life changing. I have had in my life, I've had relationships where the dog comes in and then the dog goes, and I've now have had my own dog for a long time, and I can't. It's just like you're sitting there with yours. I can't stop sitting on my couch with Georgia, but Georgia is like a ball fiend. If I throw, if I hold a ball or anything, she'll run in front of a car dangerously.
He doesn't want the balls, which is too bad. That sounded strange. He's more of a tug of war kind of guy. He likes keep away. That's a big favorite of his. You know what I mean? But he likes to play a little bit rougher.
But you put together this limited edition. It's called the Dog Dream Box. It's got all kinds of stuff. Tell me about that for those dog lovers listening. Listen to this.
That's right. Well, I partnered with Jenks a couple years ago. It's just a great company doing great things, making really good dog food at a price that people can afford. There's great dog foods out there, but not everyone can afford to feed their dogs meals that cost more than the meals they feed themselves. Mm-hmm. And every dog should be able to eat well, to eat healthily. So the partnership was a no-brainer for me. But then they were like, what if we put Dodger on one of the boxes? What if we put together a little bit of his favorites, a toy, treats, food? Great. And the beauty is he'll never know. He'll have no idea. I mean, isn't that the beauty of dogs in general, that he has no idea he's on a box. He has no idea that I'm on some things. I mean,
are there sedatives in the box? Because Dodger is out.
Yeah, he is relaxed.
Dodger is
we went on a big
out.
rollerblade this morning. We knew we had this today, so I kind of wore him out this morning.
That's so cool. So it's a limited edition, the Dog Dream Box. You get that from Jinx, Jinx. And dude, congrats on Ghosted, which everyone's loving.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we got some cool numbers that I think are going to be talked about later this week. But yeah, it seemed like some people tuned in, so that's good news.
It is. It's one that it's really interesting to see. When something goes up on a streamer and your friends are talking about, or you hear people talking about it, right? Like you could probably be somewhere and hear people talking about it. They don't even know you're there. Do people think you can't? Like you're a celebrity. Do people think you can't hear when they say that's Chris Evans, and they think you can't hear them?
Well, sometimes people will kind of walk up to you and give you a little knowing look, like I see you, I know you, like we're in on a secret together. I got you, and you're like, okay, all right.
That's nice. They're not bothering you. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, this is less subtle. This is Easton, our engineer, and Easton has been a lifelong fan of yours.
All right.
There's Easton. Now, Easton, could you set up
Chris Evans.
Why are you, Easton, here to pitch Chris Evans?
Chris, I'm such a big fan. Thank you for your time. I just want to pitch something. This is an idea I love. I think all the fans are into it too.
But hold on,
one
who
of
did you pitch last time? This idea or an idea like it?
I pitched Vin Diesel on a couple ideas. He was very, very responsive. He liked them. I haven't heard a call back yet, but we'll see how this goes, Chris. So one of the last times we see you as Steve Rogers, it's at the end of Avengers Endgame. You go back in time to return the Infinity Stones to their original location, but it all happens off screen. So I want to see a Disney Plus series or something that follows you going back and putting the stones back, but also exploring how our identities change as we get older, when our roles in the world kind of evolve, something like that. I call it Captain America, Man Out of Time. I have made a
wow, it's a presentation.
No, it's already.
Now, listen, Easton, this is a legitimate pitch. I thought this was going to be like a joke. This is I'll say this. You're not the first person to reference that would be an interesting story, to see him returning the stones. And look, I mean, specifically, even as a Disney Plus show, I love that character. I'm incredibly precious with it. It's all about the timing for me, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because we had such a good run. We landed on such a good note. To jump back on prematurely or without being precious with, the character itself, it could feel like a cash grab or something. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that there's, I don't know. I'm just,
it makes sense.
I said this in an interview recently. I feel like I have this little shiny thing that I'm just so,
protective
I love it so much. It's so dear to me to continue telling stories as Steve Rogers, which I think there are plenty more to tell. That one, Easton, your idea being one of them, and I'll make sure you get a writing credit if you do it. But it would just have to be the right time. It would have to honor what came before. It would have to honor what's happening now. And so for me, it's almost just kind of like double dutch. You got to make sure you jump in at the right time. Otherwise you get tangled up.
Of
Easton, you get out of the room. You kind of made the sale. I think if you push any further, he may shut it down.
Yeah, you just got a writing credit.
Yeah, get out.
I have one line to pitch you. You come back. I've written a script for it. You come back. You say, "Hi, I'm Captain Steve Rogers, and my best friend in the world is Easton Allen."
That'll be the tagline on the poster. I love it.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Easton. I want you to know, Chris, Dodger, unimpressed of that pitch as well. I mean, not a budge.
Doesn't care.
Great to see you, pal. Thanks for coming on. Again, if you want to check out the Dog Dream Box, it's from Jinx, Chris Evans. Take good care. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, guys.
See you,
Bye-bye.
bye.
That is the cutest thing I have ever seen.
I think Easton actually just had a successful pitch.
Yeah, that was incredible.